So cool! Good afternoon, everyone. Today is another spectacular day here in the Orlando area, and we're trying something new. We're going outside of the parks and trying something just in the Orlando area. We're trying to find some of the best sushi around, and we've been looking through the parks a lot, which, you know, still love the parks, don't want to take away from that. But we want to try some other sushi options. We're here at a spot called, I'm going to say this right, Sushiology. Ha, got it. Got a combination with chemistry, biology, and sushi. You get it. So we're going to try this here. It's by International Drive and the Character Warehouse at Vineland Road. So we're going to give it a try, let you know what we think. Let's head in there. Taking a look at the menu right here, and they have a lot of delicious looking sushi rolls right up there. The standard California, rainbow, caterpillar rolls. Those look really good, but there's these other ones down here. Not sure if you can see, there's a kamikaze roll right there. Spider roll, shrimp tempura, yum. We were actually looking at pricing and seeing if actually a larger platter would be a little bit more, you know, price effective, but it actually turns out to be a little bit similar. We're not too hungry, so we're gonna try a couple rolls, probably some seaweed salad, and try it all here. Sure enough, we've ordered items here from Sushiology. I've got the kamikaze roll. We're also sharing several other rolls. David, you have to remind me what we got.
I want to say the caterpillar roll.
Yes,
that's right. Volcano roll.
Oh, volcano. That was the one. And we also have the seaweed salad.
And also the seaweed salad.
So, lots to look forward to today. We're on the hunt for the best sushi in the area. And sure enough, our food has arrived. That is the volcano roll right there. Looks super interesting. I've never seen a roll quite like that before. Next to it, we've got the caterpillar roll. Definitely looks a lot like a caterpillar there. And then one I've never even heard of before, the kamikaze roll. Sounds super good. Next to all of that, we've got our seaweed salad. I really enjoy seaweed salad. We're gonna try it all and let you know how it is. Starting it off first with the seaweed salad. Delicious seaweed salad, a standard one. I don't know how you can make seaweed salad even more different than that, but it's very good. I love it. We're starting it off first with the caterpillar roll. Bon appetit. Not bad. Not my favorite caterpillar roll I've ever had. Needs something. I'm gonna dip it in soy sauce and know it, but not the greatest of all time. Dave, what do you think?
But I feel like maybe it's the rice. You know, the rice is cold, maybe it doesn't have quite as much flavor. It's good, but it's not the best I've ever had, for sure.
The soy sauce definitely helps, but that's kind of lacking a tiny bit. You know, I'm a very picky sushi eater. I'm looking for the very best, the best. Caterpillar's not it, but we've got 2 more rolls to go. Next up is the volcano roll right there. Volcano sauce on top. Bon appetit. Again, not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. It just seems to be just kind of lacking in general flavor. It's like, you know, usually in sushi, it's like you're looking for the specific flavors, specific tastes. Not quite getting it here. Maybe that's just me. David, your thoughts?
I'm agreeing with you on this one, where I feel like they've got it with the sauce, but maybe it's just the base of the rolls where it just doesn't quite have that flavor that you'd expect. So
now for the one that I think both David and I have the highest hopes for, the kamikaze roll right there. Of the 3, I think that's the one that probably is the winner, but not by like a huge amount. Not like, oh my gosh, mind-blowing sushi. I think we've had better sushi at Walt Disney World and Universal Cowfish. We gotta go back for more sushi, but this is not a spot that I would go out of my way for. Not terrible, but not amazing. So overall, Sushiology here next to the Character Warehouse and International Drive is one that's not bad, but not one I would go out of my way for. All right, sushi accomplished. Maybe we'll come back in the future, but definitely not my all-time favorite. There's the sign right there, Sushiology. Now on for some Disney fun. And sure enough, we've made our way to the Magic Kingdom Transportation and Ticket Center at the moment on a very cold night. Now, if you are wondering, sure enough, I got this brand new sweatshirt right here with the Mickeys right there. Character Warehouse. Sure enough, we've made it back to the Magic Kingdom on a somewhat crowded and chilly night. Very interesting here. Take a look at this Minnie. I do not recognize that Minnie at all. Take a look. She's kind of got that rose gold in the skull right on top there. Almost looks like it's something for Halloween, and it's out now for Pirates of the Caribbean. There it is. Oh, there it is right there. You can kind of see it right on her dress. Pirates of the Caribbean there. Very cool. It's part of the Minnie Mouse main attraction series 2 of 12. Right there. Interesting. A brand new collection. Now, all of these crowds here at the Magic Kingdom bring up a very interesting thought to my mind. Part of the new leadership here at the Walt Disney Company. Now, for those who aren't aware, a couple days ago there was an announcement made by the Disney Company where they officially mentioned that Bob Iger would be kind of stepping away from the CEO position and hand that duty over to Bob Chapek. Now, for those of you who don't know as much about the leadership structure here at the Disney Company, the short version is Bob Iger was the CEO of the company for 15 years, and he's been looking for an opportunity to kind of step away from that role and basically retire. He will continue on to 2021, and in the interim time, he's going to be kind of president of the board and work on some of those creative projects that Disney's working on right now. Now, for some in the Disney community, this news comes as a bit of a shock simply because we didn't really see it coming. It's part of the business strategy. They don't really say this kind of thing is coming, but after the interview we heard with Bob Iger and Bob Chapek, we know it's been planned for at least a little while. Now, there are all sorts of different conversations we can have about what Bob Chapek used to do with the company, how Bob Iger is transitioning, what Bob Iger is doing now, but the big question I want to answer today that a lot of friends have asked me, what are my thoughts, just general thoughts about this change? I've given this a lot of thought. I've taken some time to really consider, the different, examples that Bob Iger said, Michael Eisner, so on and so forth, and I've come to the conclusion that this change, as big as it is, it's a big change, I don't think it's going to have as big an impact as quickly as many of us might think it could. What do I mean by that? Well, what I'm saying is that it takes a lot of people to make a company and even a park like this run and operate every single day. Bob Chapek didn't only run Walt Disney World, he ran all of the parks and all of the merchandise throughout the entire world. So does that mean that every single thing that was done in any of the parks around the world were a decision, a direct decision of Bob Chapek? I don't think so. I think that those are smaller decisions that are made all around. Yes, of course, Bob Chapek does have that kind of power to say yes or no, especially on the super big projects, but the smaller projects are created by others who have the imagination to think of some of these things. So maybe it comes down from the C-suite at Disney that they say, you know what, we want something new for guests to experience. We want a new resort or two. Think of something Imagineers, or think of something, another part of the company, and they do. So even though they have the yes-no decision for a lot of the big projects, it doesn't mean that they're directly impacting every small change. So did Bob Chapek decide to put the Tron Light Cycle run here, or decide to change the color of the walls around Tomorrowland? I don't think so. I think those decisions were made at a lower level, a level where we get to interact with those cast members, the Imagineers who make it all possible. Perhaps in the C-suite, the executives of Walt Disney World, they say, we want to see revenue increase this much. How can we do it? Maybe the Imagineers say, let's build more rides, bring in more people. That's how we can make revenue happen. So I believe those decisions are made throughout the company. Now, with all of that being said, the CEO does indeed change some of the dynamics of the parks, whether that's the way that we tell our stories or perhaps the way that the guest experience changes throughout all of the parks around the world. It's true, the CEO does have an impact. With that in mind, I believe in giving someone the benefit of the doubt. I don't know Bob Chapek personally. I don't. I've heard of some of the things that he's done, some of the decisions he's made, his past experience with the company, and I know that the board of directors took a lot of time to really focus on who would succeed Bob Iger, which in many of our opinions really did an outstanding job as CEO of the company. With all of that said, I believe the future of the Disney company is looking fantastic. I believe Bob Chapek will do a very good job. I'm very optimistic about all of the things that will happen under his leadership. But let's not forget, Bob Iger will still be here till the end of 2021 to kind of work with Bob Chapek, make sure things are running along as they should, and who knows, Bob Iger's working on some other projects where he can expand those creative ideas. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking, Michael, you're not taking into account some of the things that were done under Bob Chapek's leadership that maybe you didn't like. That's okay, but mistakes have to be made. Things have to be changed, and without the mistakes, we don't have the success, in my opinion. There are tons of examples we all can make as people. People run the company, so people, by nature, we make mistakes. I have no doubt there will be more mistakes in the future, but also lots of successes. Now, when I say that, I mean it for myself as well. I have no doubt I will make tons of mistakes in the future as well. We all do, we're all human, we all are. But I believe that the successes outweigh the mistakes. That's me. I'm an optimist, and I feel very good about all the future things coming to Disney. We've got 10 minutes until Happily Ever After begins. So I'm going to grab a spot that I don't think I've ever seen the fireworks from before. Now, I've never seen Happily Ever After from on board the Tomorrowland Speedway, but I would need less than a 10-minute wait. Let's look. 20-minute wait is what it says, but given the line up ahead, I'm not so sure about that. Let's see what happens. I want to see if we can catch the fireworks from on board a car of the Tomorrowland Speedway. All right, we're in this main line now, and 7 minutes until the fireworks begin. Maybe we can make it. Starting right now, we've got a little ways to go, but we're definitely gonna catch a lot of it. There we go. Wow. We're catching the beginning of it now, but we're about to catch more of it in those cars. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Even in line here, you can see the unbelievable size of those fireworks. We are in our car now. Let's see those fireworks as we make our way around. That's fantastic. Here we go. The fireworks Grand Prix. That's what I call this car ride right here. You can hear the soundtrack from Tomorrowland of Moana as we're making our way past here. Da 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 da. Wow, oh my gosh, wow! It's like being right under the fireworks. Get them right over here. They're right above me. Look at this, look at this. Wow, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Wow, if you can time it just right, seeing the fireworks from the Tomorrowland Speedway is something I can definitely recommend. Oh my gosh, you can hear it right now. What a show. It's not over yet, but we're making our way in. That was awesome. We gotta do that again one day. Wow! Even more fireworks as we make our way out. Let's catch the end of it right around this area in Fantasyland. Making my way to the circus now as we see more fireworks going off there and here. I especially like this one right here, right across the way from Dumbo. Front row. I can see Tinkerbell through the trees. Very tough for you to see her. Here we go. I loved seeing it from the Tomorrowland Speedway, and right here, we're right by the circus. We're here at this trash can. Right here. There's the teacups. I'm so impressed. I'm still just unbelievably impressed. It was right, it was like coming down here. It was unbelievable to see it here. I recommend it, but not if it's your first time. For your first time, you want to see it with the castle right in front of you. This was amazing. Now I'm going to see if I can find Ariel and have her thank King Triton for me for those amazing fireworks that you know he launched from his Triton. Swimming real well. Wanted to thank you and King Triton for those fireworks we just saw. I'm super impressed.
Oh.
Yeah, he must have launched it from his Triton. I was so impressed. Saw him just a few moments ago from above the grotto. Always great seeing Ariel, and I thanked her and told her to thank King Triton for those amazing fireworks over the grotto. Now here at Small World, and I found a last moment fast pass. Gotta go experience it. Looking at the standby line, probably didn't need the fast pass, but you know, never hurts. I never noticed before how fast that skater skates at Small World. It's lightning speed right there. There's something else I've never noticed before either. The Leaning Tower of Pisa right up there in this first room. Wow. I never took the time to notice those almost like Roman style buildings, and there's like a maze. The triangle looks like a maze right over there. Very cool. You can see the kind of the pillars go up to the sky. Our favorite hippo's eyes aren't working at the moment, but you can see she's still blinking at us. Look at that bull pinata right up there. Another very large one. Take a look at the boat right there on the top of those waves, sailing away with basically what looks like a handmade sail right there. Wow. I always love the smiling harp right there. See the smile on the harp there? Wow. Now I believe they may have lowered the water height throughout all of Small World, maybe recently, because you can see that wheel actually isn't hitting the water at all. And I remember it used to. Huh. Tough to see all the way out there, but it says goodbye, Michael, right there. So cool. Always love It's a Small World. Once Upon a Time is now on the Cinderella Castle, and it's amazing how I know what's happening. The projection's up front, but you can't hear a word of it back here. Except you can see those fireworks up above us. That's so cool. Now that I did not expect and have never seen before. 8:59 right now. So that means that an hour, almost exactly an hour, 59 minutes after Happily Ever After, you can catch those fireworks from right there behind Cinderella Castle. Take a look, there's a brand new photo pass opportunity with Cinderella's glass slipper right here in front of the castle. Gotta get this shot.
Perfect, now look right here.
That glass slipper shot is right here, right beyond the bridge to Cinderella Castle, right by Liberty Square. This is a super cool shot, highly recommend it. Now it's been a little bit more than an hour since Happily Ever After ended. Let's see if those crowds by the monorail and the ferry have have died down a little bit. Main Street USA, crowded, but far less crowded than it would have been if we had left right after the fireworks. Nope, hour later, still an unbelievably long line to get on the express monorail. Just heard from the cast members that the buses are available as well. So, monorail, super long line, ferry boat, long line, but not as long as the monorail, buses available. Buses, very few people here on this side of the bus terminal area for the TTC bus. Either a lot of folks chose not to take the bus today, or they're not running the bus to the TTC. We're gonna find out momentarily. Sure enough, there's a bus. It says Transportation Ticket Center right on it. There's no way. This is the way to do it. It's a little hidden secret, hidden gem to leave Magic Kingdom at the end of the night. Long, long wait for monorail, long, long wait for ferry, no wait for that direct bus. Have not stopped walking. Quiet and super relaxing bus. Not to myself, but I had a seat and an entire row to myself. Super nice. Disney, thank you for running these buses. Really appreciate that. I can't wait for this new entrance to be done. It looks like it's almost there. I would say another few weeks or possibly a month, and then we'll be there. But this new entrance will make it so much easier to get to and from your car from the TTC, because that tram will make it all the way up here. Today was tons of fun. Love seeing those fireworks from the Speedway and from right by the circus. That was super cool. Thanks so much for sharing in the magic with me today. It was so much fun sharing it all with you. Until next time, have a magical day.